Do you believe that true attraction comes from quiet confidence without having to say much? There's a secret that the most attractive people rarely share with you. They don't need to seek attention because they already have it from within. In this video, I'll reveal 10 Stoic habits that will help you build confidence and attract others quietly, without the need to show off. 1. Embrace your authentic independence. Have you ever wondered why people around you, even without trying to grab attention, seem to always attract respect? The secret lies in one of the most important habits you can learn: embracing your authentic self. Independence. Being independently authentic doesn't mean you have to completely isolate yourself from others or reject help. It simply means living your life according to your own values and principles, without depending on the approval or validation of others. The key here is feeling whole and confident without seeking external recognition. Imagine this. You're sitting in a meeting or a conversation. There's one person who doesn't speak much, but everyone around them can't help but listen. This person doesn't wait for praise or encouragement from anyone. They simply live true to themselves. Their confidence comes from their independence. They don't need to prove anything to anyone, and that natural self-assurance is what makes them magnetic. So, how can you develop this independence? Start by asking yourself, am I truly living according to my own values and principles, or am I trying to please others? When you begin to build a life that you're proud of, without needing external approval or validation, you'll find that your confidence and attraction will naturally grow. Try spending time alone, not out of loneliness, but to reconnect with who you are. Only when you feel complete with yourself can you become truly independent, without needing anyone's approval. And once you achieve this, the attraction you create will come from an inner strength, not from flashy actions or loud behavior. Lastly, remember that independence doesn't mean isolation. It allows you to connect with others authentically, based on mutual respect, not on dependency or need. When you are independent, your relationships will become deeper because they are built on respect, not on necessity. So, the first step to becoming silently attractive is embracing your authentic independence. And once you achieve that, you'll realize that confidence doesn't need to scream for recognition. True attraction comes from within, and others will feel it right away. Now, let's continue exploring another habit that helps you build a powerful attraction: silent elegance. Silent elegance. Imagine a simple situation. You walk into a room and immediately notice someone who catches your attention. Not because they're speaking loudly or doing anything flashy, but simply because of how they move, how they stand, how they carry themselves. Have you ever met someone like that? That's the essence of silent elegance. Silent elegance isn't an inherent or innate quality. It's the ability to carry yourself with confident grace, without needing to show off. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to capture attention. It's how you move, how you interact, and how you respond to others that truly create this attraction. You've probably met people who make you feel at ease simply by being around them. They don't say much, but their presence commands respect and a sense of peace. How they stand, how they communicate. All of these things exude quiet confidence. That's silent elegance. It's not something that comes easily, but once you start mastering it, you'll realize you don't need to say much to make a lasting impression. So how can you develop this silent elegance in your life? Start with your body. When you stand tall, maintain an upright posture, and move with ease, you naturally project confidence and control. The way you smile, the way you make eye contact, or even the way you position your hands, all of these details contribute to your elegance. In fact, you don't need to show too much, but by paying attention to these small details, they will speak volumes. An important aspect of silent elegance is knowing when to hold back and remain calm, especially in tense situations. Picture a scenario where everyone around you starts losing their cool, but you, with your calm demeanor, maintain clarity and composure. It's this level-headedness that will make you stand out. You don't need to act hastily or show off. Your calmness will speak for itself. And finally, silent elegance isn't just about your body and actions. It's also about how you treat others. You can make an impression not just by the way you stand or speak, but by how you listen and show respect to others. Small gestures like attentive eye contact or genuinely caring when someone shares with you are what build this elegance within you. When you practice this silent elegance, you'll realize that you don't need to try to attract others. You simply need to be your authentic self. Others will naturally be drawn to you because of your self-assurance, grace, and the respect you show them. So, as we can see, silent elegance is one of the key factors in becoming naturally attractive. And to continue building that attraction, let's dive into another important habit: self-care. Subtle sophistication in action. Imagine a simple scenario. You're at a party or event, and there's someone standing in the crowd. They're not doing anything flashy, not speaking loudly, or standing out in any way, but somehow you can't help but notice them. They don't need to try to grab attention, but there's something very subtle and attractive in the way they move. That's subtle sophistication in action. Subtle sophistication in action is the ability to do things naturally, gently, and with attention to detail, without needing to show off. Not everything that stands out comes from doing too much or being loud. Sometimes, true elegance comes from knowing when to step back, how to do things lightly and with finesse, yet still leave a lasting impression. You might have met people who know how to listen more than speak. They don't interrupt others, they let people share what they want, and then they respond gently but deeply. It's these subtle actions that create real connections and make them admirable. Their actions may not always be loud, but they leave a strong impression because of their finesse and attentiveness to others. To practice subtle sophistication in action, you need to learn how to let things happen naturally, without trying to grab attention. The way you smile, the way you communicate with your eyes, how you move your body, all of these can convey sophistication. Try paying attention to the small details in your everyday life. When you smile at someone, hold the door for someone, or really listen when others are sharing their stories. Sometimes it's these small gestures that make the biggest difference and make you more attractive in the eyes of others. You don't always need to do something big to stand out. Sometimes it's the small, subtle actions that can have a much greater impact. When you know when to stay quiet, when to show humility, and when to give others the chance to shine, you'll realize that your subtle actions will help you build deeper and more trustworthy relationships. So, subtle sophistication. In action isn't just about what you do, but how you do it and when you do it. It's about understanding and paying attention to the small details in your actions to create natural attraction. An attraction that doesn't need to shout or do too much. When you learn to practice this subtlety in your actions, you'll not only become someone others feel comfortable being around, but also someone they admire and respect. And to continue building this powerful attraction, let's explore another habit: being fully present. 4. Being fully present. Have you ever felt that when you're talking to someone, they're not really listening to you? Their eyes are glued to their phone, or their mind is somewhere else while you're sharing your story? That feeling is really uncomfortable, isn't it? This is a clear example of not being fully present. Being fully present means being completely focused on the current moment, paying full attention to the person you're talking to, and not letting yourself get distracted. It's a simple, yet incredibly powerful habit. When you truly dedicate your attention to someone or something, you don't just make the other person feel valued, but you also create a deep, natural connection. Think about the times you felt truly cared for. When someone listens to you without interrupting, when they make eye contact and seem genuinely interested, how did you feel? Certainly, you felt more important, respected, and deeply connected with them. That's the power of being fully present. To practice this, You need to build the habit of eliminating distractions in your everyday life. Maybe it's turning off your phone when you're talking to someone, or when you're in a meeting, putting your focus entirely on the people around you instead of thinking about work or other things. When you start practicing this, you'll notice that conversations become easier and more meaningful, and others will feel the attention you give them. An important aspect of being fully present is learning to pay attention to the smallest details. Sometimes, just a slight nod when someone is sharing their story, or a sincere look in your eyes, can create an invisible connection. When you focus on every moment, you'll see how powerful this presence is in building strong, lasting relationships. So, being fully present isn't just about being physically there. It's about fully engaging with the moment with both your mind and heart. This presence creates a sense of safety, making others feel heard and understood. When you practice this, you not only feel a stronger connection with others, but you also build respect and attraction from them. Thus, being fully present is a key element in creating genuine relationships and naturally attracting others. And to continue exploring another habit that enhances your magnetism, let's dive into a touch of mystery in life. A touch of mystery. Have you ever met someone who, even after talking to them for a while, still leaves you with the feeling that there's something they haven't shared yet? They don't rush to reveal everything about themselves, and that's what makes you curious, wanting to learn more about them. That's the power of a touch of mystery. A touch of mystery doesn't mean you have to become distant or play games with others. It simply means keeping a part of your life and thoughts to yourself, not feeling the need to share everything right away. This isn't to make things difficult for others, but rather to create curiosity, making people want to get to know you more. Imagine meeting someone new, and they tell you an interesting story but only share part of it, then say, "Let me tell you more about this later. Don't you feel like you want to hear more?" Of course. It's that touch of mystery that makes the story more intriguing and creates anticipation for the next time you meet. So why does a touch of mystery have such a magnetic pull? It's because we, as humans, are naturally curious. We always want to know more about what hasn't been revealed, and a part of your life left undisclosed is what makes people want to discover more about you. This creates a strong attraction without having to try too hard. You don't have to reveal everything about yourself at once. Let others have the chance to get to know you over time. People who have a touch of mystery often make others feel that there's depth to them, that there's more to discover behind their appearance. When you know how to hold back a part of yourself, you don't just spark curiosity, but you also make people evaluate you on a higher level. Practicing a touch of mystery can be as simple as not sharing everything about yourself right away. Instead, you can leave some unanswered questions during conversations, or sometimes just stay silent instead of telling everything. This will make others feel like they still don't know everything about you, and they'll want to learn more. A touch of mystery isn't about hiding something negative or dishonest. It's about choosing to let those around you feel a sense of anticipation and excitement toward you. It's a way to create attraction without showing too much. So, a touch of mystery is an important element in making you naturally more attractive. You don't need to reveal everything at once. Just leave some things yet to be discovered. And, to continue building this powerful attraction, let's explore another habit: cultural wisdom. Understanding culture. Have you ever felt that when you step into a new environment, you immediately notice the differences between yourself and the people around you? It could be how they think, how they talk, or simply how they behave in different situations. These differences are signs of cultural diversity. And if you can understand and embrace different cultural perspectives, you'll significantly expand your own worldview. Understanding culture isn't just about knowing the customs, traditions, or practices of different cultures. It's the ability to listen, learn, and appreciate the values others bring, even if you don't fully agree with them. This helps you not only become wiser, but also build stronger, deeper relationships with people from various backgrounds. Imagine you're in a meeting with people from different countries. Each person has different viewpoints, work habits, and even ways of communicating. If you have the ability to understand their culture, You'll be able to form a good connection and earn their respect more easily. Not only will you work more effectively, but you'll also open up opportunities for learning and growth. A concrete example is when you learn to respect other cultures. You'll notice a shift in how you communicate and connect with those around. You'll know how to appreciate the unique aspects of each culture without feeling uncomfortable or imposing your views on them. This understanding helps you become more adaptable in accepting new ideas and makes it easier to integrate and build lasting relationships. Understanding culture also enhances your emotional intelligence. You'll realize that when you understand the foundations, history, and experiences of others, you'll be able to empathize more and find common ground for connection. This doesn't only improve your communication skills, but also helps you gain respect and trust from those around you. So, understanding culture isn't just about enriching your knowledge. It also helps you become someone who can connect more deeply with others. When you broaden your perspective and learn to appreciate different values, you'll not only become more attractive, but also someone who can build meaningful, lasting relationships. Now, let's continue exploring another important habit that can make you more attractive: compassion. Compassion. Have you ever felt exhausted or down, and then a gentle word of encouragement, or simply a thoughtful look, made you feel better? That's the power of compassion. It doesn't take grand gestures or elaborate actions to make a difference. Compassion is about showing genuine care and understanding for others. Sometimes all you need to do is listen to someone without judgment, or share a warm smile to comfort them. We don't always have to help others in big ways, but these small, simple actions can make a huge difference in their lives. Think about a time when you felt hopeless, but someone just listened to you, didn't say much, just sat with you. How did you feel? Surely you felt lighter, as if you weren't alone. That's the power of compassion. Sometimes, just having someone to listen can provide the comfort and strength needed to get through tough times. Compassion isn't just about actions. It's also a way of life. It helps us build strong, deep, and trustworthy relationships. A compassionate person makes others feel important and respected. They don't judge or criticize excessively, but instead, they offer a safe space for others to share their emotions and thoughts. To practice compassion, you don't need to do big things. Start with small, simple actions like genuinely listening, offering kind words of encouragement when someone needs them, or simply smiling at a stranger. These little gestures create a ripple effect, making others feel better and making them feel valued and loved. So, compassion is a habit that's easy to practice, but has a huge impact on building strong relationships and creating genuine connections with those around you. When you show genuine care for others, you not only help them, but you also develop yourself. Now that we've explored compassion, let's dive into another important habit: joy and laughter. 8. Joy and laughter. Have you ever noticed that in the most stressful or tiring moments, just a joyful laugh or a humorous comment can make everything feel better? Joy and laughter are wonderful remedies that help you and those around you feel relaxed and at ease. Joy and laughter don't always come from big or extravagant things. In fact, true joy often comes from the small moments in everyday life. A funny story shared during dinner, a silly joke during a conversation, or simply seeing someone smile. These small moments, though simple, have the power to connect people, lighten the atmosphere, and make you the person everyone wants to be around. Think back to a time when you laughed heartily, or when you made others around you laugh. When people laugh together, the atmosphere in the room becomes lighter and more comfortable. That's joy and laughter. It doesn't need to be overly flashy or exaggerated. Just the ability to bring a little laughter to others is enough to create a powerful connection. The feeling of joy isn't just a mental state, it's also a choice. You can find joy in the simplest moments. Instead of worrying too much about things beyond your control, why not take the time to enjoy the small things around you? A beautiful sunny day, a fresh morning, or just sitting, with friends laughing together. These are the positive energies that help you and everyone else feel much more relaxed. When you bring laughter to those around you, you'll feel better yourself. Joy and laughter help you open up your heart, making others feel safe and comfortable around you. This will also make you more attractive in the eyes of others, not because you're trying to grab attention, but because of the comfort and joy you bring to those around you. So remember that joy and laughter are not just important parts of life, but also a wonderful way to build relationships and create real connections. When you know how to find joy in the small moments and bring laughter to everyone, you'll become the person everyone wants to be near. Now that we've explored joy and laughter, let's move on to another important habit that can make you even more attractive: self-care. Self-care. Have you ever felt exhausted and wondered why you don't feel your best? That feeling could stem from not giving enough attention to yourself, from your physical health to your mental well-being. Self-care is an important habit that helps you not only maintain your health, but also grow as a person in a holistic way. Self-care isn't just about going to the spa or buying nice clothes. It's about prioritizing your health, taking time to relax and recharge, and developing your mind to become the best version of yourself. Imagine, if you don't take care of your body, how can you have the energy and confidence to face everyday life? This care will create a quiet confidence, a strong attraction that doesn't need to be overexpressed. When you begin to focus on self-care, you'll notice a change in yourself. Physical health is an important foundation, but mental health is just as important. Taking time to exercise, eating healthy, and getting enough sleep helps your body stay strong and full of energy. But don't forget to nurture your mental well-being. Activities like relaxing, meditating, or reading can help you feel at ease, reduce stress, and boost your confidence. Think about the people you meet in life, those who are always energetic, happy, and confident. What makes them different? It's because they have learned to take care of themselves in a holistic way. They know that when they are healthy, they have the strength to face challenges and connect with others naturally and comfortably. Self-care is not a selfish act. On the contrary, when you love and take care of yourself, you become someone who radiates positive energy and inspires others. A person who practices self-care will always exude calm, confidence, and a powerful magnetism without trying too hard. So start with simple self-care habits each day. Take time for the things you love. Take care of both your body and mind. These simple actions will help you develop quiet confidence, becoming someone people want to be around and naturally draw others in. Now that we've explored self-care, let's continue by diving into another important habit that enhances your attractiveness: emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence and social awareness. Have you ever found yourself in a tense situation and someone else can calm everything down just by staying composed and understanding the emotions of everyone around them? That's the power of emotional intelligence and social awareness. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and regulate your own emotions. Sometimes we feel angry, sad, or stressed, and managing those emotions is key to responding appropriately in any situation. When you can understand your own feelings and adjust them, you become stronger in handling life's challenges. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone presents an idea you don't agree with. Instead of getting angry or dismissing it immediately, you could pause, regulate your emotions, and respond calmly and constructively. This is how emotional intelligence helps you remain composed and make wise decisions. Not only does emotional intelligence help you understand your own emotions, but social awareness is the ability to recognize and intelligently respond to the emotions of others in social situations. This helps you better understand how others feel, creating deeper connections and avoiding unnecessary misunderstandings. For example, in a conversation, you might notice someone seems uncomfortable, and instead of continuing as usual, you might change the subject or offer words of reassurance to ease the situation. A person with emotional intelligence and social awareness knows when to listen, when to speak, and how to interact appropriately with the emotions of others. This creates a harmonious and pleasant social environment, making everyone feel respected and understood. So, developing emotional intelligence and social awareness not only helps you manage your emotions better, but also creates strong connections with the people around you. When you understand and respond appropriately to your own feelings and others, you'll easily build meaningful relationships and attract respect from others. So, in this video, we've explored 10 habits that help you cultivate silent attraction, from embracing your authentic independence to emotional intelligence and social awareness. These habits not only help you develop a strong sense of confidence, but also create deep and natural connections with those around you. When you know how to take care of yourself, listen and respect others, and find joy in the small moments, you'll realize that true attraction doesn't always come from flaunting or overdoing things. Sometimes, the most powerful attraction comes from being naturally present, quiet, yet sincere. Remember, every day is an opportunity to practice these habits and grow as a person. You have the power to become someone others respect and admire without needing to do too much. With consistency, you will begin to notice a strong change in how others perceive you, but most importantly, how you perceive yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and leave a comment below to let us know your thoughts. What do you think about these habits? Share your feelings, and don't forget to subscribe to the Wisdom Daily channel to keep getting inspired and valuable content. Remember, the journey of self-development never ends, and you are the only one who can create change in your own life. Keep moving forward and growing, because every day is a new chance to become the best version of yourself. Wishing you success, and see you in the next video.